Hi all. Today we will be learning how to create the Android development setup. That means whether I'm doing testing activities, whether I'm doing my development activities for the Android, first what we need to do is we need to create the Android environment. So for that we will be learning the necessary steps today. And mainly I will be focusing on the testing as I'm a tester. So I'm doing the testing activities. So I wanted to learn more about with respect to testing. Okay. Now, if you want to create your Android environment, you need to have two steps. First one is JDK. JDK is nothing but Java Development Kit. And the second step is Android SDK, that is nothing but Android Software Development Kit. First we will talk about the first step, number one, that is nothing but my JDK. So what you have to do is you have to make sure that JDK is installed in your machine, right? So I want to create my Android environment. So when I want to create Android environment in my machine, make sure that JDK is installed in your machine. Right? You can ask me like why JDK is required. We already discussed that Java is the native programming language for your Android. So JDK is a must for your Android SDK. So what I will do, I want to check that my JDK is installed in my machine or not. First step, let me check whether my JDK is installed in my machine. Go to command prompt. Go here, enter Java space hyphen version. When you say like this, see my JDK is available in my machine, so I'm good with my Java. See what you can do, Java, you are good. Okay, fine. However, like right, you can also check your JDK or Java in your machine by going to your default drive. Go to your default drive, go to program files. You can also check like this. Go to program files. See here, Java is available. Yes, my Java folder is available. Meaning your Java is installed in your machine. When you open your Java, see here, JDK is installed. My JDK is installed successfully. My JDK is already installed successfully here. Now you can ask me one more question. Then what is the difference between JDK and Jre? Now, one point here, right? Even though you have Jre, that means you don't have any JDK, only you have Jre. Means still you have to download your JDK. Here the difference between Jre and JDK is Jre is nothing but Java run environment. So here this Jre is useful to execute the Java program. This is useful to execute the Java programs. This is useful to execute the Java programs. And another one is JDK. JDK is nothing but Java Development Kit, which is nothing but Jre plus development tools. So here, if you see here, Jre is nothing but which is used to execute the programs. But if you want to develop any Java program, it will not work. You have to go with your JDK because JDK is nothing but, right? JDK is nothing but Jre plus, that means execution plus development. So when you want to develop any Java program, you have to go with your JDK. That's why I said if you guys are having only Jre, please make sure that JDK also is downloaded. If you have JDK already, that means you are good. Because JDK is nothing but Jre plus development tools. I'm good with it. So my first step is make sure that JDK is installed in your machine. Right? Once my JDK is installed, then I will go to second step. But here, then you can ask me one more question like how to install my JDK. Tell me how to install my JDK. So here if you see, right, we have a link here. This is the URL where you can download your JDK. Let me show you that link. let me show you that link. If we go here, I will also show that link. Now this is the link where you can download your JDK. This is the link. Now right here, right, what you can do, click on download. When you click on download, you will be navigating to the next page and it will ask you, okay, fine, you are trying to download JDK. So what you can do, you can accept this agreement, and then, so which machine you guys are currently working? So is it Windows, is it Mac machine, is it other machine, any machine, whatever may be the machine. So now currently I am using my Windows machine. Then you can see here, for Windows you have two EXEs. What is the difference here? So this is nothing but your 32-bit and 64-bit. So if you are using your Windows operating system, see that which operating system you are using, 32-bit or 64-bit. Mine is 32-bit, so I can download this one. If you are a 64, you can download this. Now you can ask me one more question, like how to know that what is my version? Is it 32-bit or 64-bit? So what you can do, you can go here, right click on your computer name, and when you say that properties, then you can see the details whether your machine is 32-bit or 64-bit. Right click on your computer and click on properties, then you will get to know whether your machine is 32-bit or 64-bit. Mine is 32-bit, so I can download this and install. So I already installed, so I'm good. So what you have to do is see that what is your machine. Based on that, please download this and then install in your machine. So when you download and install, we are good with the first step. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, my second one is, right, Andriod SDK. My number 2, second step is Andriod SDK, because I'm good with my JDK. Right. Now what is my second step? My second step is Andriod SDK. Here Andriod SDK is nothing but Android software development kit. So you have to download this software before start of your Android programs. Now, so this is the link where you can download your Android SDK. This is the link. Click on this. Click on this so that your when you click on this, then it will download. And remember one point here, there is no installation for your ADT. There is no installation for your Android SDK, because just download it and unzip to the specified folder. That's it. There is no installation required for Android SDK. Okay. So what you can do, go to this link and download your Android SDK, right? And then once you download it, it is a zip folder. Right click on that zip folder, unzip to the specified location. Now I downloaded and then I unzip. So this is my ADT. So I downloaded and unzip to my C drive. So once you unzip, then you can see these 3 folders: Eclipse, SDK, and Sdk Manager. Now, if I'm a developer, I will use my Eclipse to write the programs. To write my Android programs, I will use this Eclipse, because Eclipse is the editor where you can write your programs. So if you're a developer, yes, you will use this Eclipse to write your programs. Okay. And like even I'm a tester, like, right, to take the log files, to take the screenshots of Android devices, we will use this Eclipse. Yeah, we will see that later. Today our concentration, our focus is on the environment, how to create that different devices, how to create that emulators. Those stuff we will discuss today. And SDK is nothing but software development kit. This is having so many tools which will support for your Android development. So to develop my Android programs, I can use this SDK. This SDK will have so many tools. And also let me tell you one thing, like from the testing point of view, I'm a tester. So what are all the tools I will use here and how it will be useful? So what I will do, I will talk about all the tools from the testing perspective. Whichever the tools we may use, those tools I will discuss here. And the next one is SDK Manager. This SDK Manager is nothing but this is the place where you can manage all the packages. So here, now let's say for example, I want to work with my Android application with different versions. I want to check my application with different versions. Then what you can do, you can go to this SDK Manager and you can install the required package. Say for example, if you are installing your 4.0 package, that means this environment will allow you to create 4.0 virtual device. So whatever that packages you are installing here, with the same packages, it will allow you to create your virtual devices. Right? So you can simply say that SDK Manager is nothing but the place where you can maintain all the packages. Let me open this. So as a tester, SDK Manager is very important because I'm a tester, right? When I'm doing my testing activities, I need to create a lot of emulators, right? Simple term let me tell you, emulator is nothing but virtual device. In the workplace, what will happen is, like, no one will provide all the physical devices, right? It can be of any reason because, right, how they will provide the physical devices? Physical device is expensive. Like to test a single application, I cannot provide you like n number of physical devices. So what I will do is, I will say that please use your emulators. Emulators is nothing but virtual devices. So here we are learning how to create your emulators. Nothing but your virtual devices. Open this SDK Manager. Now it will show you all the available packages. Here, if you see all the available packages, you have all the available packages. Fine. Now from these available packages, which packages you are planning to work now? You can install it. See, if it is a lab machine, you can install all the packages, but it's a personal machine, so I cannot install all the packages. I install 4.0. How to install it? Just whichever that version you are planning to install, select the checkbox, click on install. And you can also ask me one more question, how to uninstall the packages. If I don't want to use that, select the same package, delete it. When you say the delete, it will uninstall the packages. This is how you can uninstall the packages. Once I am done with my packages, go to tools, manage AVDs. That means it will open your Android Virtual Device Manager. This is the place where you can maintain all the virtual devices. Remember, you can create n number of emulators at a time. How to create it? Click on new. Now, here emulator is nothing but you are creating the virtual device with the help of hardware. That means you will provide all the specifications. Based on your specifications, right, your Android will create your emulator. You can give your like name, whatever the name you want. If you see the target, see right now 4.0. The reason is I install 4.0 packages in my SDK Manager. So I can see this. And 4.4 is the latest version, so it's a default version. Select whichever you want. And say for example, right, you would have installed 3.0. That means you will get 3.0 option here. Okay, fine. Whichever that device you are planning to create. Now I am planning to create so and so device. Select the device. Now CPU, whichever you want. So these specifications and all we will clearly mention in the strategy. While preparing our strategy, we will write down all our devices which we are going to test. Now skin. So what is the skin? Like which kind of skin you are looking for? HVGA, like that is video graphics array. Half, quarter, wide. Which one you want? I want half. Then right, what you can do is you can provide your SD card option also. SD card option is nothing but like let me give you a very simple example. When you are buying a mobile, you guys will buy some external memory card similar to that SD card. That means you are creating some SD card for your virtual device, right? I don't want to use my any of the phone memory. I want to use my SD card. You can create your SD card and you can browse the file. How to create the SD card, how to browse it, I will tell you in the next session. Okay, fine. So once you have created your device, then you can see here. Click on start. Then it will open launch options. Click on launch. So if you are opening for the first time, yeah, it will take little time. Be patient. It depends on your configuration. If your machine is too fast and then it's high configuration, it will open immediately. For me, it will take little time. So this is how to create your emulator. See, here I am creating the emulator for my testing purpose. Like I want to test my XYZ application in my 4.0. My requirement is test that application in 4.0 device. I don't have any physical device. My only option is emulator. Here I created my 4.0, and one more point I wanted to highlight. This is 4.0 emulator but looks exactly similar to your 4.0 device. If you guys are having, anyone is having 4.0 device, please have a look. This is exactly similar to your device. Only thing is it's emulator. Okay. So this is my 4.0 device. Now, once I open my emulator, then I will talk about that how to communicate with your emulator, how to install the application, how to know the package details, how to install the SD card. So those things will be discussed in later sessions. Okay. Thank you all.